Energy doesn't check your intentions. It just follows the orders you give it. That's why the same focus that can turn your dreams into reality can also turn your fears into reality if you keep feeding them. We celebrate vision boards, affirmations, and big dreams, and we should. But we forget that fear works the same way. The more you repeat it, the more you rehearse it, the more you expect it, the more life starts moving in that direction. Let me tell you a story. Marcus was a good man, hard worker, no criminal record, respectful to everyone. But every time he scrolled through his phone, it was the same videos, the same headlines. All cops are bad. Black men aren't safe out here. His mother, worried from watching the news, would say, "Baby, just promise me you'll be careful." Marcus promised, but deep down he believed it was only a matter of time before something went wrong. On the other side of town, Officer Daniels was starting his shift. He'd been on the force for 15 years. Everyone knew him as fair, patient, and kind. He volunteered at youth programs, helped elderly neighbors, and never judged people by the color of their skin. He'd seen bad cops in his career, and he wasn't afraid to call them out. But he wasn't one of them. That night, their paths crossed. Marcus was driving home when the blue and red lights lit up behind him. Immediately, his chest tightened. His breathing sped up. His hands gripped the wheel like his life depended on it. By the time Officer Daniels walked up, calm, polite, and smiling, Marcus was already in fight-or-flight mode. "License and registration, sir," Daniels said warmly. Marcus's movements were jerky, his voice sharp. His mind was racing through worst-case scenarios. The energy shifted. Daniels stayed calm, but Marcus's panic came across as aggression. Words got louder. Movements got faster. Within minutes, a simple traffic stop escalated to Marcus being put in the back of the patrol car. Daniels glanced at him through the rearview mirror and asked, "Marcus, why were you so afraid of me?" Marcus took a deep breath and said, "Because I've seen too many black men who look like me, die in situations like this. I've watched videos, read the headlines, seen people pulled over for nothing and never make it home. I've seen racial profiling, abuse, and things that make me feel like the moment you stopped me, my life was in danger." Daniels nodded slowly. "I understand there are bad cops out there," he said. "I've worked with a few, and I don't defend them. But just like I can't judge every black man by the actions of a few, it wouldn't be wise for you to judge every cop by the actions of a few. Fear and stereotypes go both ways, and they both destroy trust." They sat in silence for a moment, and then Daniels opened the door. "You're free to go," he said. Marcus stepped out, realizing he'd been carrying fear that had nothing to do with this moment or this man. And in that moment, he understood. Sometimes the things you expect to go wrong only go wrong because you never gave them the chance to go right. What Marcus experienced is a spiritual law in motion. The universe doesn't bend its laws for good intentions. It simply returns the energy you give it. Fear is a seed. Every time you water it with your thoughts, your words, or the things you repeat to yourself, it grows. This is why the enemy works through repetition, through the headlines you see every day, through the songs you sing without thinking, through the conversations that constantly revisit what could go wrong. Universal law doesn't care whether the seed is positive or negative. It just responds to what's planted and nurtured. Focus on fear long enough, and you'll find yourself walking into the very thing you were trying to avoid. Focus on dreams long enough, and you'll find yourself walking into the life you once imagined. The energy you rehearse in your mind is the life you prepare to live. This is the quote room, where words wake minds. Some things don't need a reaction, just reflection, just a few thoughts I had on my mind.